Today I'll be showing you some Disneyland Paris pins. Most of these pins are park attraction pins, and they might be some of the best looking park attraction pins I've seen in a very long time. I also have some Maleficent pins in here as well. I have 16 pins to show you, and 7 of them have a glow-in-the-dark element to them. I bet you can guess which attraction has the most glow-in-the-dark elements. So let's take a look at the pins. So we are going to start with the Pirates of the Caribbean, and we're starting with just a kind of a simple open edition pin, and it says Pirates of the Caribbean. It's just the logo pin, and it has an anchor and a rope in the background. The backer card's pretty cool. It says Pirates of the Caribbean and has that gold medallion in the back. Yes, the pin just says Pirates of the Caribbean. That's a lot of cutouts there. You can see my hand back behind it. Simple design, but sometimes simple designs are pretty cool. And this one is a black tone finish, and it does say Disneyland Paris right there. But it doesn't have the little diamond Mickey authenticator, so I don't know if Disneyland Paris pins are going to add that this year, or if that's something they're not going to add yet. So the next one takes it up a notch and gets a little more complex. It is still an open edition pin on the same type of backer card. And this one has like the Pirates of the Caribbean sign right here. So it says Pirates of the Caribbean, and then it has one of the kind of castle wall towers back here with a pirate flag on the top. And we have some swords coming down right here, and it pops out the bottom, which is pretty cool. So the swords are right behind the signpost there. Looks like we have a bottle right there, and then some trees in the background. So this is a pretty cool pin. So it takes you one step up. If you want the simple design one, that's the last one. If you want to get a little more complicated, then you get this one. So we move up to the next step, and now we have an annual pass holder Pirates of the Caribbean pin. And this one has even more things going on. So we have the same logo here, Pirates of the Caribbean, and then on a little scroll down here it says Yo-ho, a pirate's life for me. But there are a lot of details in this pin. So we have the little compass down here. We have a cannon on this side. We have some swords on this side. You can kind of see them reflecting there. And a lantern. And then there's like a pirate ship. Or is that a pirate hat? That's a pirate hat. And then you have the ship's wheel up there with some trees coming around the tower in the background. And then behind the tower is a map. And you can see X marks the spot right there. And this is a pin-on-pin. You can see that the Pirates of the Caribbean, all the words are the pin-on-pin part that bump out. Black tone finish. Yeah, annual pass holder pin. So not a limited edition, just an annual pass holder pin. Super nice pin. Love this one. So now we move on to Peter Pan's Flight. And this one is also an annual pass holder pin, so not limited edition, just a pass holder pin. And then the backer card has Neverland on it. And this pin is Peter Pan, and he's flying in front of a gold crest here. And you can kind of see the details. We have a little compass rose down there, and the pirate ship up top. And you can see behind Peter, you're looking down on Neverland. That's my favorite part of the Peter Pan's Flight ride, like at Disneyland, where you come out of that first room and then you're looking down at Neverland. And I love just looking at all the little stuff, little rainbow, little cove where the pirate ship is docked. It's just super cool. And then Peter Pan is the pin-on-pin element, so he is bumped up. And of course, this is all the gold tone finish. Very nice Peter Pan's Flight pin. So now we have Big Thunder Mountain. So this is another simple logo pin, just an open edition pin. Backer card has the same logo that's on the pin. And the pin is just round and says Big Thunder Mining Company with the Big Thunder Mountain logo on it. Super nice. It's all a brushed metal, so it's not super shiny. It's got that kind of dull finish to it, which I like. But very cool pin. I almost said coin. Looks like a coin. Very cool pin. Yes, you can see it's like antique brushed metal back here. Disneyland Paris. Very cool, simple pen. So just like the Pirates pens, we're going to get a little bit more complex pen designs as we go. This is another open edition Big Thunder Mountain one, and this is on the same backer card as the last. And this one says Big Thunder Mountain and has some bullet holes in it, and you can see through the bullet holes. So they're actually holes. And in the middle, we have a lantern, and it has the Big Thunder Mountain logo on it. Super nice pen. This one's a little bit shinier than the last one, but it still has kind of a dull finish. You can see the bullet holes here on the back. And this one, the lantern does glow in the dark. So we can look at that here, and you can kind of see that Big Thunder Mountain logo shining through. So that's pretty cool. Extra little detail there. So we've reached the final stage of the Big Thunder pens. This one is an annual pass holder pen, and there's a lot more going on in this one than the last ones. So you have the train coming towards us, and it is breaking a Big Thunder Mountain sign. It has a lot of water coming out of the sides here, and it looks like it's coming out of the tunnel, and you can see the mountain range from Big Thunder. And at the bottom, it's got a little star and a couple of flags, and it does have a dangle element to it, which is a little lantern. So basically the lantern that we saw from the last pen, it's dangling down here. I thought this might glow in the dark, but it doesn't. Nothing on this pen glows in the dark. But super nice pen. Love you got the Big Thunder Mountain logo right on the train, and I like how it's breaking the board. Very cool pen design. The finish is the same as the last one, so it's not super shiny. So now we have Star Wars Hyperspace Mountain. This is an annual pass holder pen. This one is super cool. Love the design of this one. So it says Star Wars Hyperspace Mountain on the bottom, and you can see the Space Mountain building in the background. And in Disneyland Paris, you actually start outside and you launch up into the mountain on this tube on the outside. So you can kind of see that there. But I love that this pin-on-pen part here is the X-Wing, and I love how it sticks way out off the pen. You can see the whole X-Wing is the pin-on-pen. And then you have some TIE fighters over here, and then they're battling. So you can see a lot of the red lasers and green lasers. Very cool. And this one does glow in the dark. So we have the Hyperspace Mountain logo glows, the moon back there, and then the cockpit glows too. So very cool pen. Love the extra details with the glow in the dark elements. It always makes it a little bit fun. So now we have the Phantom Manor pens. So at Disneyland Paris, their Haunted Mansion is called Phantom Manor. And the backer card is the Haunted Mansion wallpaper that we're all used to seeing. Very cool backer card. And at the bottom of this one, it says Phantom Manor. And we have Melanie Ravenswood here in the front. And then the Phantom is creeping up behind her. And Melanie and the banner at the bottom are a pin-on-pin. And this is, of course, a black tone finish. And the story of Phantom Manor is super cool. It's incorporated with Big Thunder, so it's all kind of one story. And it involves, a dad, a mom, and then the daughter, Melanie. And when she gets to be a little bit older, she starts to have a lot of boyfriends, and then the dad, well, he doesn't like that too much, so he owns the mine, and they kind of get caught up in some accidents. But yeah, if you look up the story on this, it's a very interesting story on who they say the Phantom is and all of that. So really cool how they linked both of those rides together. And this, of course, glows in the dark. So if we look at this in the dark, Melanie is all lit up, and I love the Phantom's face in the dark. That's awesome. Very cool pen. So now we have another open edition Phantom Manor pen. So it has the same backer card as the last one. This one features Madame Leota. So we have Madame Leota here in her crystal ball right in the center of the pen, and it has the same Phantom Manor banner down here at the bottom. Actually looks like it has the same bottom of the pen down here. And we have the candles here and the bats, and then a little tag up here that says, I guess you would pronounce that Ignatius Iggy Knight. And if you read the story about Phantom Manor, he is actually one of the suitors of Melanie Ravenswood, who her dad makes disappear. So, really interesting story. And this one, of course, does glow in the dark too. So you can see here, lots of the detail there does glow. Very cool. Always looks good when you see Madame Leota glowing in the dark. So here we have the annual pass holder Phantom Manor pin, and this one has a lot more detail, just like the other attractions. So it has the same type of bottom, this little kind of point at the bottom, and then the little banner that says Phantom Manor. But now we have a gargoyle here with some candles, and this whole thing looks kind of like a detailed picture frame, and inside the picture we have the manor, and you get some lightning bolts striking down there at the top. And then the detail in the frame part here is a bunch of flowers and thorns and stuff like that. And then the top looks like it might be kind of like the top of the fence or the top of a gate, or maybe that's on the house itself, I'm not sure. And this one is kind of a brushed metal, so the back looks kind of weird. You can kind of see out all the brush marks and stuff. Pretty neat. And this one, of course, glows in the dark, but not how you would expect it. So I'm looking at this and I would think, oh, the house, all the white on the house is going to glow in the dark, right? Because nothing else really is going to glow, or maybe the tops of the candles. But we'll see here that, yeah, the house is kind of gone. So parts of this is glowing in the dark that I didn't even think had glow in the dark elements on it. So kind of interesting. I was very surprised when I first saw this one in the dark. So with the October pin releases, they did release more Phantom Manor pins, and then this one's actually a limited edition of 700. It says right there on the bottom of the card. So it's a little bit different backer card, and this pin is awesome. I love this one. This is an oval pin, and it has the wallpaper in the background, which I absolutely love seeing. And then we have the grandfather clock that all of us know and love from the ride, the Haunted Mansion rides, and I guess the Phantom Manor ride. So you have some detail on the clock face right there, and then some detail on the top of the pin. Very cool pen. And one thing I do like about these Disneyland Paris ones is they tell you which one you actually have. So this pen is the 220 out of 700. So that's pretty cool. I always like knowing where it is in the 700, so kind of nice. And this one does glow in the dark. The clock face glows in the dark, which is pretty cool. It would be cool if the eyes glowed in the dark in the wallpaper, but looks like it's just the clock face. And one of the other Phantom Manor pins I got in October was this one, and this backer card's similar to the last one, but it's just big because this pin is big. I can give you an example of the pin size. You know, this one's really, really long pin here. And this one features Madame Leota again, but you actually have the table that she is sitting on with the candles and the little, whatever you would call that, tablecloth. So very nice pin design. I just like the size of this one. And this one's also a limited edition. And this one, I didn't do as well on this one. I have 469 out of 700. So the other one was an earlier manufactured pin in the series than this one is, but that is fine. Still 1 out of 700, right? And this one, of course, does glow in the dark, and I love this one. This is probably my favorite glow in the dark effect out of these pins. I just love how Madame Leota looks in the dark there. Awesome pin. So also with the October pins, they released a bunch of Maleficent or Sleeping Beauty pins, and so I picked up a bunch of these ones. So the backer card, this is just an open edition pin, and this one features Maleficent, and then over here, Maleficent as a dragon. It's a really cool design. I love this right here where you got all the thorny bushes here going around the edge, and you have Maleficent there, and then you have the dragon kind of silhouette on the right side. Super nice pen. This one, of course, silver tone finish. Very nice. So the next one is this Maleficent pen here, And this one has Maleficent standing in the middle, and then there's a bunch of detail around the edges. Lots of branches and thorns and flowers. Kind of see them there. Super cool design, and the cutouts here. Kind of see right through it there. I thought this one was pretty unique, so I picked this one up too. It's just an open edition pen, but hey, it's a cool one. And then the last Maleficent pen I got is this one. It's still an open edition, but it's bigger. You can see the backer card is a wide backer card. And we have Maleficent with her staff, and you have her robe. It's going way out to the side. It's probably a 3-inch pen on the bottom. Super cool design. Gotta love how evil Maleficent looks. Silver tone finish. Really nice pen. I love all these Maleficent ones. I think they had a few more too that I didn't pick up, but really like the 3 that I got. And a little bonus is I picked up these lanyards. I picked up the Big Thunder Mountain lanyard and the Pirates of the Caribbean lanyard. I don't really use pen lanyards anymore. I usually just have a little book that I keep them in, but I thought these were pretty cool. Danger, TNT, Big Thunder Mountain. Got barrels and stuff, and then the inside actually is pretty cool. The inside is just the logo. Thought that was pretty cool. That's the Big Thunder Mountain one. There's the train down here at the bottom. And then the Pirates of the Caribbean one. That looked pretty cool too. We have compass and swords. Lots of the detail that we're seeing on the pens. Ooh, there's the pirate skeleton at the pirate wheel. Got the lantern there. It's an octopus or sea monster or kraken, whatever you want to say. It says Disneyland Paris up here at the top. And then the flip side of this one, it says Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah. So Pirates of the Caribbean, that's on the inside of it. Lots more little details on the inside. So I picked those up. Thought they were pretty cool. So those were some pins from Disneyland Paris from last August and October of 2023. Can you pick a favorite out of these pins? I tried and it's too hard. I kind of ended up with a tie. So I think my 2 favorite pins here, and it was close, are the Pirates of the Caribbean one, the annual pass one. There's just a lot of detail in that pin that I just love. Love all the little detail on the border. And the other one is the grandfather clock from the Haunted Mansion. And the reason why I love that one is because it has the wallpaper in the background. And I don't think I have any Haunted Mansion pins with that wallpaper yet. So that one is one of my favorites too. So those are kind of tied for me, but I could have thrown in the Hyperspace Mountain one or one of the Big Thunder ones too. Just great pins. The Disneyland Paris pins always seem to be designed so well. I don't know what the difference is between their pins and the US pins, but they need to steal some of those pin designers over here. Another thing that you might not be aware of is Disneyland Paris releases a monthly pin calendar, basically, and it's a little poster that shows all the pins that are coming out that month, and it's broken down into weeks. So if there's a pin series that you really want, you can figure out when they're being released and then go to the park if you're local to Disneyland Paris and get the pins you want. I really wish they would do that over here in the US instead of, saying, oh, pins are released on Tuesdays and you have to sit there in the morning of any Tuesday to see which pins are coming out, which monthly pin series are available. So I really wish they would switch to the Disneyland Paris monthly poster method. That would just be much better. But great pins. I'll have to keep looking at these Disneyland Paris posters and see what other pins I want to get. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.